Man, what's up? What's good? Comic Back Frank Levin's really good. This is man Diabolical, and welcome to another exciting episode. I ain't saying, I'm just saying what the rock with me. Y'all go ahead, clap that damn thing on it. Yeah, y'all see what we got going on. Avengers Vs X-Men issue 0. Yeah. The storyline, the infamous storyline that broke up a happy home. Brought to us by Michael Bendis and Jason Aaron, along with Frank Cho and Jason Keith. Yeah, 16 issues. Started right here today. Just be mindful that some of the stuff that you thought you read, you didn't necessarily read. Some of the stuff that you thought occurred may or may not have occurred based on your previous knowledge of the characters involved. Ororo and T'Challa, T'Challa and Ororo, Storm and Black Panther, Storm. Yeah. That's it. We gonna get into it. Long story short, our story starts off in downtown New York. Yeah. Consider the events of this story. I'm of the mindset this takes place in downtown New York, where a Wakandan ambassador is about to have a very interesting day, courtesy of AIM and MODOK. That's what that is. I would say it's a good thing the Scarlet Witch is on the scene, but considering the time frame of this story, House of M, Avengers Disassemble. Yeah. Anyways, Wadanda. Because all we missing are a few letters in her name. That could be Wanda does her thing as MODOK talks ish. Anybody else besides me feel like MODOK talk too much? Like, we used to villains talking about. Anyway, like I said, MODOK is talking ish, and I'm thinking to myself, considering what she did, I'm thinking this shouldn't have lasted long at all. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. I'm wrong. Spider-Woman and Warbird to the rescue. A few punches, kicks, and zaps later, the scuffle is over. Seeing Wanda shrink away, the two ladies welcome her with open arms and convince her to come back to Avengers Mansion. She ain't really feeling that, considering what transpired. Did y'all read Avengers Disassemble? That Wanda went off. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Anyway, Wanda ain't really feeling that considering what she did, but Carol ain't taking no for an answer, right? She not doing that. Wanda gets there, and the first person out the door is her estranged husband, the Vision. He is not happy. Like, I remember when Clint came back after Wanda clapped him, he was feeling some type of way. This dude, the way he talked, You notice how Wanda ain't saying nothing while this dude dressing her down? His response to seeing her, while justified to some, still manages to catch folks by surprise, like myself, Tony, Carol. Because he's acting purely emotional right now. This ain't got nothing to do with logic. No, this is... His response to seeing her, like I said, while justified to some, still manages to catch folks by surprise to the point where we learn that even a Vision can still cry. Come on, somebody. From there, we shift scenes to Utopia, where we find Hope Summers about to go handle some business. Until her adopted grandfather, Scott Summers, pulls up. Because her adopted father is Cable. That's Summer family tree long as hell. For him and Alex not to be Omega level. It's crazy. And I think Alex is actually close to being Omega level than Scott. But everybody else in that damn family. Anyway. Somebody gonna say Cable. Hey, Cable is using part of his telekinetic ability to keep that virus at bay. Imagine if he ain't had right. So as we saying, Cyclops pulls up real quick. We know the relationship between the two. She want to go handle some business, but her grandpops is concerned about her late night activities. Turns out Hope has been using a police scanner to run out and play hero. Kind of like how Scott used to do back in the day. Go play hero. Is he still playing hero? One problem. Remember what I said earlier about what Wanda did? No more mutants. Yeah, well, Hope is supposed to be the mutant messiah. So they cannot afford for her to get deleted. The mutants can't, whether it's on purpose or by accident. They need her for the mutant population to survive, to expand. Yeah, they need Hope. Not only that, but supposedly the Phoenix Force is headed to Earth and has eyes on Hope. That's the other thing that Scott is worried about. Like, hey, man, we can't really do it. That said, Hope does come from a dystopian future, and all her life, even as a youngster, she didn't had to fight. All my life, I had to fight. Sitting back, playing it safe is not her style. Scott ain't trying to hear that, so she blasts him with his own optic blast. Yeah, she got that type of ability. Yeah. Think sync, except he can mimic anyone's ability and retain it. Powers. So using Scott's jetpack, folks always taking his stuff, ain't they? Logan takes his motorcycle, his woman. Some might argue that Emma took his dignity. Yeah, some might say that. And here it is, Hope, his granddaughter, not taking his jetpack. Anyway, what's going on? Where is Hope headed? The Circus Society has decided to rob a bank and they have hostages. They think that's keeping them safe. What happens next? Well, Bushmaster catches Hope sneaking in. Much to his dismay, Asp hears a whoomp in the room that Bushmaster was in. She go to check it out. Next thing you know, we see her go flying through the door. Yeah. That's when Hope pull up. Now, when she got there, it was 5 members conscious. It ain't but 3 left. It ain't but 3. Anaconda, Cottonmouth, and Puff Adder. Anaconda gets head-butted over and over and over and over again. Good night. Next up is Puff Adder. Problem there is he's a mutant. And what can Hope do with powers from mutants? Right, that's done. I don't even know what Cottonmouth did, but when Scott and Emma pull up, thank God, it's a whole bunch of red stuff laying on the floor, and don't none of it belong to Hope. Woo! Did I say Scott and Emma? Yeah, this them. Mutant relationships are weird. That's I'm gonna say weird. Anyway, Scott tells Hope it's back to Utopia for her while he deals with the authorities when they come to figure out what's going on. At this particular point in time, the X-Men are in good graces with law enforcement. Yeah. In which Hope let him know. I hear what you're saying, but I'm done running. I know the Phoenix is coming, and I'm ready for it. No, you're not. As Emma worries about this being too much too soon for Hope, Scott reassures her it's going to work out one way or the other. I don't necessarily know if I like the or other part when he said that. Did you see what he said? Yeah, I don't necessarily know. Anyway, from there, we shift scenes to Utopia, where we find Hope chilling, relaxing, pontificating about upcoming events and everything like that. Get some water on her hands and she look up. Skyward. Yep. Yep. Somewhere deep off in space, the Phoenix Force is approaching. Damn. All right. So where are we at right now? Let me see here. All right, 10 minutes. God damn. Okay, we're gonna try and make this not as long as it was yesterday. Anyway, so this is an introductory issue. Clearly, it is. It's setting the stage. You see our two main protagonists. It's going to be Wanda. It's going to be Hope. The reason why we're covering Avengers vs. X-Men is this is the very next story after Fantastic Four 608, where T'Challa pops up in. And we know what transpired in this storyline, but what we're going to do is we're going to do our darndest to explore it. Now, I'm going to say this. If you read Reginald Hudlin's run, Black Panther, if you didn't, you didn't. It's out there. But if you read it, you know T'Challa wants to marry Ororo. Ororo wants to marry T'Challa. Right. All right. It wasn't as simple as that. T'Challa had to go get permission from, right. If she didn't bless it, it wasn't going to be what it was. Right. Like, if she don't bless that, I don't care how much you love her, you can't get married. Well, let's stay right here. Let's stay right here. Let's stay right here. If you've been married before, you took those vows for better or for worse. If you read the Bible before, I didn't write it. I didn't write the vows, at least not yours. And I did not write the Bible. Well, there's really only one way out of a marriage. Right? And can we say T'Challa did that with Ororo back then? I know what the writers have written. I know what various writers have written, but I would challenge that those writers don't know or don't care or both as much as they think. But if you married, well, T'Challa didn't commit adultery and Aurora didn't commit adultery either. And if he had to get permission from Bass to marry Aurora, was he really able to just annul, divorce her on his own? And we have no documented evidence that says he ever talked to Bass before he said what he said in Avengers vs. X-Men. So we're going to break down this whole story. We're going to take it issue by issue. This is issue 0. It's 16 of them. We got 15 more. There's a companion series that goes along with that. I think it's about 5 issues. I'm not going to do that. Unless I see one in there, and I don't believe there is because I read it before, that pertains specifically to T'Challa and Aurora, I will go check. But other than that, Avengers vs. X-Men issue 0. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. Hit that like button. Hit the share button. Subscribe. It's free. It's free. We doing this Black Panther channel. You see all this stuff around here. Hell, you see the damn thing. You see what color that is. Hit the subscribe button. Tell your friends. Tell somebody, him or her that knows somebody. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. That's it. In memory of the late, great Don Cornelius and Chadwick Boseman. Until next time, I wish each and every last one of you love, peace, and so, yeah.